Oi, crikey. Hopefully you can see me. Welcome back to another Uncut Kitchen. You know, I just started watching the movie, or rewatching, Get Hard with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart. What is the correlation between Will Ferrell and Pharrell Williams? Will Ferrell, Pharrell Williams. Okay, that's besides the point. So today we are going to make little lemon vanilla truffle things. So let's get right to it. So basically the recipe calls for white chocolate and heavy cream. So we've got those. And then I'm supposed to get, they say to get granulated sugar to roll them in, to coat them. But instead, I'm gonna do crushed up lemon Girl Scout cookies. And then I also have 2 lemons to zest. Kind of zesty. So I do have to figure out what to put the zest in. Okay. And then I've also got Girl Scouts right here. I'm actually very excited for these. These should be really good. In theory. If everything goes as planned. All right. So put instructions. So the white chocolate is going into the bowl. And it calls for it calls for 340 grams of white chocolate, but I'm going to double it, which means 680 grams, if my math is correct. Let's try a white chocolate chip. I love white chocolate. Wow. One more. That was really good. All right. So in theory, I bought enough. In theory. Guess we'll find out now, but. Oh, I think we're golden. Almost to 600. We're like almost right on the money. Oh my gosh. We are. Oh, we crushed it. I'm gonna be so exact. 680 on the dot. And that leaves me the smallest handful of chocolate chips that I'm going to put right down the hatch over the sink. Delicious. Delish. All right, all right. And you might ask me, why am I making these? Because I want to try making something new and then making them for my team. So, got the white chocolate out. Perfect. And this will fit over a saucepan. You're supposed to heat up a saucepan and then place it on top so it kind of steams and then heats the bowl, and then science melts chocolate. About 1 inch of water in the saucepan. Beautiful, beautiful. We will call that 1 inch. Well, we'll call that 1 inch. Beautiful. Bring to a simmer. Okay. That's cool. Set that aside and that will go in the saucepan. Okay, so once the water is simmering, then I put the cream over the white chocolate. And then stir occasionally until it's about 50% melted. And then you carefully remove the bowl from the saucepan. Once all the chocolate is melted, add the zest, okay? And then plastic wrap over the top until the ganache is made. And then you scoop them, roll, and then roll that inside of the, or coat them in the crushed up Girl Scout. So that is something we can do while the water heats up. We can heat up these Girl Scout cookies. Not heat up, I mean open. Open and crush. Open and crush them. I don't exactly know how much to put. We'll just start with like, I don't know, I think this recipe is gonna make like quite a bit, so. So a good amount of cookies there for a second. You can always put more. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these cookies, get some air out. Fold it inside of this towel here. Right. Okay. Spread these out as best as I can. The water's heating up. I'm heating up. And we will fold that in there. Just start to crunch like this. Like this. making my downstairs neighbor's dog bark because they think someone is knocking at the door. No, sorry doggo, it's just me. Nice. That's looking good. Woo! Okay. Can turn that water down. Can certainly turn that water down. I think that needs to be even more. Take the bowl of chocolate chips, smash it down or something. Give it a little. Nice. That's pretty crunchy so far, if I say so myself. Massage it, feel the big parts, big pieces. Okay, we're gonna take the chocolate over here, and we should probably get the oven gloves out because I know that is gonna happen. Okay, bring cookies over here, measuring over here, because we got to measure out how much cream to put in. "60 milliliters, so we need 120 milliliters. Probably need to crack that open. Yep. Some heavy cream. Okay. I keep forgetting. Okay. 120. That's 60. That's 100. Bob's your uncle, that's 121. Oops. Oops. We tried. And just like that. Get that stirring, get that going. I don't want this to melt too fast, so I'm going to turn that heat down. Okay. This is pretty cool. I know I don't have a camera shot, but it's interesting. I've never really done anything like this before. Definitely too hot. Yep, that's what they said would happen. So the oil starts to... Yep, and that's like half melted. Okay. And now, time to zest. Don't worry, I washed the lemons. We're so set. I did just drop the lemon in the white chocolate. That did just happen. That sure is tasty. And back to the drawing board on the lemon. Okay. And try this again. That's probably why you zest all the lemon beforehand and not directly into the bowl. But if you know me, we live life on the edge around here. So it's full send city. Okay, we're doing good so far. Covering good ground. I feel like I need to give this a stir before it starts to cool. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give this a stir. Oh yeah. No, this is looking good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, keep going. Hopefully they're not too lemony. I don't know. I saw it said call for a whole lemon, and so I guess that, you know, double the recipe, it means 2 lemons, but it just seems like a lot. I guess if you want a lemony bite, you know, Do what you gotta do. Waste not, want not, or whatever they say. Gotta get the whole lemon. Solid. There's one down. Start on the next one. Cool, 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 cool. I also, when I was picking these lemons, I was like, I guess I don't know how lemons work. You know, like what is a ripe lemon? You know how like, you know, sometimes the more of a color in a fruit means it's sweeter. You know, if it's a little bit more yellow, does that mean it's a more sweet lemon? If lemons are sweet, not really. Or is it a more sour lemon? Is it a more ripe? Is it more XYZ? Is it more what have you? If you're picking up what I'm putting down here. It's kind of amazing that someone thought at some point, let me like finely grate the outside of this fruit and put it in something instead of using the actual fruit. And it turned out like it's kind of amazing. And it's like smart. Obviously that's like how it all started, you know, with evolution and everything and natural foods and stuff, but like why use lemon extract and all that garbage when you can literally zest a lemon? That's awesome. There we go again. Charlie's on another stupid little tangent thing. But that's what you're here for. Okay, cool. That is complete. Cool. Finish stirring that up. Mixing all that in. Can you hear that? Maybe you could hear that. I don't know. For those of you concerned, or maybe those of you that aren't too, moving home soon, just a couple weeks left. I have been thinking though, it'd be really fun to do these at home. Do an Uncut Kitchen, maybe like cooking up with the family, you know, out by the grill with my dad or something. Post those wherever. You know, I am very excited to see how these turn out. Very excited. Hopefully those are fully mixed. No more hot things. We can put those back. I've got a little wet, but I can clean up the counter. And the only thing that went in this pot was water. So we can just dry this out. She's good to go. This pot is in need of some barkeeper's friend, I will say. I might add. But that is quite all right, because that's an easy fix. So, stirring, stirring, stirring. I also didn't realize that you would consider this a ganache. I guess I've heard of ganache, but I never really knew what that was. So, that's exciting. Okay. Yep, that's really good. And then I am gonna lick the spoon, but I'm gonna turn around so you can't see me. Mmm. Tastes good. Hopefully that bowl isn't too hard to clean. Guess we'll find out though. So now we take our ganache. I'm gonna wipe off the bowl because it's a little wet. And we're supposed to take some plastic wrap. So I'm going to take my Glad cling wrap. And put it right over here, like so. Very nice. Very nice. Get that stretched and sealed. Stretched and sealed. Maybe accidentally rip it a little bit. Nice. And there we have our prepared ganache that is going to go in the fridge over here to chill, literally and figuratively. And then it's just cleanup time. I don't think I'm gonna film the rest of this after, of scooping and balling and rolling and whatever. So that's another day's problem or whatever. And that means this video is pretty much over. Kind of short and sweet. I don't think it was that long. I frankly wasn't even paying attention to what time I started, but my phone's been on the whole time. I don't know why though. It's on low. I hit the record limit. Oh, can't see me. I hit the record limit, so that means it was 30 minutes, I'm assuming. But anyways, if I got that far, what I was saying was thank you for joining me. I don't think I'm gonna film the very end of me assembling, but hopefully they turn out quite all right. And the Girl Scout cookie thing is not a total flop, because that would kind of suck. But anyways, thank you, and we will see you in the next one while I curtsy. Shout out Will Ferrell. Peace.